The chaos in San Francisco continues. Brock Purdy is not likely to play in week 6 as he re-injured that turf toe in week 4, and which held him out. Now, they said earlier that there's no likelihood of them putting him on IR, which kind of gives you an idea of severity. But this is likely to take at least another week or two before he's back. And remember, Mac Jones is doing well enough. Hell, they won last week on a short week with basically a bunch of practice squad players playing, at least offensively. So the fact that they've been able to pull this off is great news and can give Brock Purdy a window. And the dip statistically from Brock Purdy to Mac Jones is not that big, which is kind of saying something. Now, the important thing to understand is that they need him healthy because this team actually has playoff potential. They have very soft schedule. The NFC is looking pretty soft so far, besides maybe Detroit. So we'll have to see how that plays out. So realistically, I think that they're going to hold off Brock Purdy for definitely week 6, maybe even week 7. I think they have one of the later buys. As far as the wide receivers, they were hoping that Ricky Pearsall was going to be back in week 6. But it does not look like he's going to be able to do so. All 4 guys were DNP today. You had George Kittle, you had Brock Purdy, you had Ricky Pearsall, and you have Juwan Jennings. So I do not think that the issue with Pearsall is that he's dealing with that PCL sprain. So what basically happens is that he landed on a flex knee like this, and that causes the knee to shift backwards. This is what Brock Bowers is dealing with. This is what Jaden Daniels had. So these are hard injuries to return quickly from because when you're running, the knee doesn't really cooperate. So you can't break in and out. It's not really like an MCL where you can wear a brace and you can kind of push through it. PCLs are so loose and so important for anterior translation that it's just not a comfortable position to play through. So he's likely out this week, which will help Kendrick Bourne. It's too soon to say whether or not Juwan Jennings is going to be out. He also didn't practice today, but I'm not ready to really rule him out yet. He's been able to basically DNP several weeks and ended up playing that week. But with that being said, it does not sound like George Kittle is ready to return this week, which is unfortunate, but realistic because remember, he's in his early 30s. Remember, they really need him. And Jake Tongas, I think his name is, has been incredible. I think he's like the TE6 or the TE8, and I never even heard of him until this season. So continue to roll with Mac Jones, continue to roll with CMC, continue to roll with Jake Tongas. Maybe they get Pearsall back next week. Maybe they get Kittle back in week 7. But we will likely see more Bourne and maybe Jennings this week. But that's likely how it's looking for the 49ers heading into week 6. I'll give you more updates if we hear anything crazy, but as of right now, that's what I'm expecting for the next couple of days.